What's going on, prospectors? Dig Daddy out here in the shed, bringing you another episode of Backyard Prospecting. And, well, happy 420. Today, we're going to do a triple bag review. Oh, look at that. We picked up a couple new bags, popped up on NuggetSales.com. And, we're going to be checking out all three of their new dirts. All three of their new dirt. What would even be the plural on that? Anyways, happy 420. But we got them in a bag. And then there's a second bag. And then there goes the sticker. There was also a jeweler's loop in here. So a cool little inclusion. Actually, I think this is a double. Or maybe... it says triplet. Now I'm interested. Let's take a look at it. Oh, fancy. Comes in its own little case. Textured box. Look at that. And a loop. So if you're not familiar with what a loop is, it's a magnifying glass. So if you want to really see what your gold looks like, use the little loop here, and it zooms in for you. So that's really awesome. Cool inclusion there. If you don't already have one, it's a good way to get one for free when you buy some Paydirt. Now, like I said, we have 3 new Paydirts to check out here. Let's bring up the info so I know what I'm talking about. All right, now, we got 3 bags of dirt. Unfortunately, fortunately, however you want to look at it. Probably unfortunately if you don't already have one or haven't checked one out. First off, we got the French Gulch. Breckenridge, Colorado, crystallized gold Paydirt. We got a bag of that. For this one, I want to say we spent like $80. It's out of stock right now. But hopefully he'll have some more to check out. But we're going to be checking that out today. Then we can see what that gold looks like. We also got a bag of the Coyote Creek, the upper shelf. Now this bag, I want to say was $79. I believe this one's still available. $79.95 for that bag. 1 gram of gold is guaranteed. And that's what's guaranteed in all 3 of these bags. I expect all of them to hit that 1 gram. So this is really just to see, 3 new Paydirts. What's the difference? Which one do you want to buy? Really comes down to what kind of gold's in it, what kind of material it is. But finally, we also have the Nugget Falls Mendenhall Glacier Natural Gold Paydirt. 1 gram of gold guaranteed. So we'll go over their descriptions so you can kind of see what they're talking about. Put up the first one, and we'll go backwards to the Mendenhall first. An epic Paydirt from beautiful Nugget Falls, Mendenhall Glacier of Alaska. This was a Paydirt that we have sat on for several years and are only now offering a limited quantity. The dirt is a mixture of classified dirt from Nugget Falls, along with local beach sand, and is approximately a 50-50 mix. there will be approximately 15 ounces of Paydirt. The gold is all from Alaska and will range in mesh size, but we're guaranteeing a half-gram gold nugget as part of the 1 gram guarantee. So, for that bag, half a gram of gold nugget plus the other half a gram of gold, 1 gram guaranteed, maybe more. You never know. You sometimes find more. But this one's a mixture of Alaska gold or Alaska dirt and some local sands. The Coyote Creek upper shelf, let's look at that description. This is round 2 from one of the most popular paydirts we have ever offered. The Coyote Creek Grants Pass, Oregon paydirt has been a hugely desired paydirt, and we had to go back to the pit to source more. This paydirt comes from the upper shelf. There's a video on the page, you can check that out. And is very different from the bedrock paydirt from the first Coyote Creek offering. There's approximately 15 ounces of paydirt and 1 gram of gold guaranteed in each bag. Gold is going to vary in size from 12 to 30 mesh. All right, coyotes. And then finally, we're going to go back to the French Gulch, even though it is currently sold out. If it ever comes back in, you'll know what it's all about. Description. The most famous gold discovery in Colorado was on Fancombe Hill, the French Gulch, Breckenridge, Colorado. This paydirt and gold are from a very unique location. Let's see the video above. That's what I like about his stuff. He always has videos from the actual adventure the dirt came from. And recreate the experience miners experienced panning the unique wire gold over 120 years ago. This dirt is from the banks of the French Gulch and was collected during my travels. The gold is from the etchings that were found by a more recent prospector on Fancombe Hill, as well as some larger unique wire golds from various locations. So there's going to be a little mix. All of the gold is considered crystallized and is very rare. 1 gram guaranteed in every bag of 15 ounces of paydirt. All right, so now we know what each one's about, all from very different locations. Filling the bags, I don't fill any big rocks, so I kind of think I want to just run it straight up. So I'm going to get 3 pans so we can look at these side by side, and then we're going to run them down and get some gold. Let's go check it out. All right, so we got 3 paydirts here. Let's go ahead and open up the first one. That'll be the Nugget Falls. In this one, there is a guaranteed half-gram nugget. We got the Breckenridge French Gulch. And then the upper shelf, a Coyote Creek. All right, and there we go. 3 very, very unique and different Paydirts. You're probably thinking, well, 2 of them look alike, but once you really, really look at them, you can absolutely see, and you can even see it here in the camera. We got the upper shelf Coyote Creek. Is this really light colored, yellowy Paydirt. Looks like it's going to be pretty dusty. A few bigger pieces of rock in there. A couple little pieces of clay. And that's our dirt. There you go. Now next, looking at the French Gulch, Breckenridge, Colorado. This one's going to be a darker, still a very dusty Paydirt. Very dry, very dusty. But a little bit darker browns. Each of the Paydirt was 15 ounces of dirt. And so each one takes up about the same amount of space in the pan. Finally, we got the Nugget Falls from Mendenhall Glacier. This one's not so dusty. It's a lot cleaner of Paydirt, I'd say. And there's definitely a lot of white. I think that's like a quartzy granite. It's almost like a salt and pepper in there. Couple organics in there. Looks like it'll be some fun stuff to go through. Now, as far as magnetics, we'll dip the magnet into each one of the Paydirts. Not much there. In the Coyote Creek, French Gulch. About the same. Nugget Falls. A lot more. A lot more there. Look at that. More than that than both of them combined. Doubled over. And then there's even more in there. So definitely a lot of magnetics in the Alaska Paydirt. I'm pretty sure it said he mixed in Washington beach sands as well. So that absolutely makes sense why there's so much magnetics in here. Because the whole beach is basically magnetic out here. All black sands. Magnetic heavies. And garnet. So this one's going to be a lot bit more of a challenge, I think, at the end, just because of all those magnetics. Let's put them back. All right, there you go. You got the Coyote Creek upper shelf, the French Gulch, and Mendenhall Glacier. 3 very different Paydirts, and yeah, now I'm excited to go get my gold. Let's do it. Now let's see what we can see. Ooh, nice. There's that nugget, the half-gram nugget. All right, let's get it cleaned up. All right, now let's go get that first look. A bunch of rocks built up right there. But man, look at all that wiry gold. Oh yeah. Nice. All right, let's pan it out. All right. Finally there. Let's see what we see on this third bag. Yeah, I'll be honest, I don't really see anything. Well, I guess we'll find out. Let's clean it up. Now we're going to get this snuffered up, dried up, set to the side, and we'll go through the other two dirts, and we'll be right back. All right. French Gulch, Breckenridge, Colorado. That wire gold. And some fines, mighty fine fines. But look at that wire gold. That just looks awesome. Hell yeah. All right, well, let's get this snuffered up. You know how we do it. And I'll nothing. All right, welcome back. We got our gold all dried up, and we're ready to see what we found. Now, unfortunately, the Coyote Creek came up empty. I'm going to reach out to Mike over there at Gold Nugget Sales, let him know. I'm confident that he'll take care of me, either sending me some gold or another bag of dirt. So, for now, we're just going to weigh out what we did get. First off, we got the Nugget Falls Menden Hill Glacier Natural Gold Paydirt. Now, let's see what gold we got there. Fire up the scale. Zoom in for you guys. All right. 1.083 grams of gold. So we definitely hit that guaranteed amount. Of course, we'll take some pictures of that. And let me write down some numbers so I don't forget what I got. And now, let's see what we got out of the French Gulch with that wiry gold. And man, this one I really had to work for it. All right, 1.054 grams of gold. Not bad. Right on the dot. Got it all. And man, there's some really, really sweet looking pieces here. All right. Now I'll take a bunch of pictures of all that gold. And so you can see what it looks like. And we'll be right back with my final words and ROI. All right, welcome back. So, Gold Nugget Sales. We got 3 new Paydirts. Nugget Falls, the French Gulch, and the Coyote Creek. Now, we'll talk about the dirt, because for some, that's all we can. We had 3 very distinctly different kinds of Paydirt here. 2 of them a little bit closer to each other, but obviously they're from different areas, so their compositions were different. So it made them different color. Both of them made my water very dirty, so I'm going to have to swap out my water. The other one, not so much. Now, the Nugget Falls was a cleaner Paydirt. It didn't have a bunch of sand, it did have sand, but it didn't have a lot of silt in it, so it didn't have a lot of dust, and it didn't milkshake up my water. Was pretty easy to go through. There was a lot of magnetics in there, but they were easy to deal with. If you have a little hand magnet, zip them out of there real quick and you're good to go. And so overall, that dirt was pretty easy to go through once you got rid of those magnetics. And I had a good time going through it. Really quick, really easy, nice. And I had some really nice gold to show for it. But we'll get to that in a minute. Next, I did the French Gulch. That one was a lot messier, a lot darker, a lot dustier. A lot more organics in there. And so it really muddied up the water quite a bit. Wasn't too terrible. After that third bag, it was done. But overall, Really cool pay dirt to go through. Now this one posed a very hard challenge because a lot of that gold, really fine small stuff. So I had to go back through it over and over and over to make sure I was getting everything. The wire gold in there likes to ride the water, so it was definitely a lot more of a challenge just because of that. A little bit more expensive by a couple dollars, but overall, you know, you got some really cool wire gold to show for it, and that's pretty awesome. Now the Coyote Creek was a lot muddier, a lot more organics in it, and so it really muckied up the water. Unfortunately, there was no gold in my bag. I reached out to Mike, and we'll see what happens. I'm sure he'll take care of me. He's a good guy, and he's honest and all that, so I'm not really too worried about that. But overall, the dirt there was really just kind of a mess. But once you got past that, if you clean out the water, clean out a lot of that dust, maybe clean off the pay dirt before you run it, it wasn't too bad. It was actually pretty nice. A lot more clay there, so it's a good idea to have something to break that up. If you're panning it out, make sure you take a little bit of extra time dealing with that. That's really the biggest difference there between the Coyote Creek and the French Gulch, is the French Gulch wasn't quite so clay ridden where the Coyote Creek was. So those are the different kinds of dirt that we have here. Something for everybody, really. So they're all about the same price, about $80, and they offer each a different experience. So let's talk about the gold. Now, the Nugget Falls was a lot more of your traditional placer gold, something you're going to find out at the river, smoother. And then there was a nice nugget in the middle of that. 5.64 is what I think it was that it weighed out to. Just the nugget by itself. The rest of it all really nice. Not too fine of fine gold. All good pieces. Pretty easy to get. Pretty easy to capture. The French Gulch, on the other hand, all wire gold. This stuff likes to ride the water, hide, sit there and get dragged along with everything. So I really had to work to catch this gold. Really had to work for it. But either one had a really good time going through. So unfortunately, I think one's out of stock right now. So really your only choice is to go get the nuggets. Go check that one out. But let's get to the numbers, because I know you're dying to hear them. If you haven't already done the math, I got it here for you. I'll go ahead and put up the first one. The Nugget Falls, we paid $74.95 for the bag. It's a little bit more expensive today, I believe, because gold's gone up. But it's $74.95 is what I paid. What I found there was 1.083 grams of gold. Now that has a today value of $83.30, which is going to give me an ROI on this bag of 111%. And that's pretty damn good. Definitely a good ROI. Happy as hell with that. And yeah, really cool that there's a nugget in there. I can add that to my nugget collection. Very cool stuff. Now, let's go on to the French Gulch. We'll go ahead and put that one up. This one, because it's crystalline gold in there, paid a little bit more. This one was $78.95. Probably a little bit more if it were in stock today. The $78.95 is what we paid. What we found there was 1.054 grams of crystalline gold, which in itself is going to tend to have a little bit more value to it. The crystalline gold is less beat down. It's more raw as it comes out of the load. So it likes to, like I say, ride the water and move around. Now that's going to have a today value of $81.07. And that is going to give us an ROI of 102%. So pretty freaking sweet. Very happy with the two bags. And sure I'll be happy with the outcome of the third. But overall, great experience. Less the issue. The other two bags on the money. I don't want to, get all upset or anything about the third bag because these other two bags were phenomenal. 111% and 102%. Gold's just on the rise, so when you buy your bag, it'll probably be worth more the next day. I don't know. Picking them up because they're a lot of fun. The Nugget Falls, I think, might be your better bet, only because it's in stock. But you get a big nugget out of that. Unless you want some unique gold, then this wire gold is really cool. And a lot of people like that stuff. So really up to you what you're after. Like I say, they got something for everybody, and they got a whole bunch of other bags there as well. These are just their 3 new bags that you can get on the site now. So yeah, go check that out. Go check them out. Yeah, I'm sure we'll probably be back with an update on that third bag just to, clear things up and not leave anything out in the air. But otherwise, like I say, go check them out. GoldNuggetSales.com. He's got a lot of paydirt to check out. Varying amounts of gold and varying amounts of dirt and varying kinds of dirt. A lot of good experience from different places you can find on this one website. And that's pretty awesome. One-stop shop for all sorts of different paydirt from all sorts of different places. Really cool. So go check them out. Otherwise, don't forget to check me out, backyardprospecting.com. Go check out my prospector shop. I got links to all sorts of stuff there. You can buy stuff from me. You can go buy shirts and shit from me at a different site. Go check that out, the prospector shop. I might have some stuff there now. Otherwise, don't forget to hit like. Don't forget to subscribe if you're not already a subscriber. Hook me up with that thumbs up. And don't forget to tune in on Mondays, 5 p.m. Pacific for BSing in the Shed, where we BS in the shed. All right. So do all that stuff and tune in next time. Dig Daddy out here in the shed. In the meantime, if I don't see you out at the rivers, I'll catch you in the backyard. Peace.